Welcome. This is Recidiva. I'm sharing a recording of a casual Skyrim playthrough using a mod list I built. My profound thanks to all the mod creators who have made this game a crowdsourced treasure. I hope you enjoy. Hello, baby chicks. I love you guys. I'm also saving Skyrim for you. Just kind of waiting for my conjuration to get better. We're getting close on lockpicking too. Oh, hey, I got better pickpocket. Can pickpocket quick weapons. uh, Why do I not have enough magicka? Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. What is happening? Very strange. Huh.
No rough stuff. Just take it. Back off.
Ah, I see.
Now ain't this a surprise? There's just no
Like,
bloody end to us, is
the
there?
name of the NPC is Bandit Outlaw. I mean, isn't
You
that
picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
a
You're
little
fucking
redundant,
dead!
folks?
Yeah! It'll be so much easier to rob when you're dead! Got your back! Rip you open! Mercy!
Let it be a lesson to others.
Treasure map, Gallows Rock.
This is ridiculous. I'm not stealthy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to do a good person run through of this game, and the only real way to do it is
I
to
swear,
have precog
if I
abilities
hear a god, say it one more time. That's
and know which quests to take or to hide. Or you could actually be a bad guy and occasionally do a few good things, but
Welcome.
I know
Let me
there are
know if you
some
want
mods.
anything.
I think
I got a clean mug around here
the mod
somewhere.
called Thieves Guild for the good guys, Assassin's
And
Guild
what
for the
might
good guys.
you need?
Some of that just doesn't make any
Need
sense to me. I don't see
something.
how it could work. I haven't installed those though. Isn't there an upstairs around here? This is a... Oh no, it's not a bath. Okay.
so. What are we doing tonight?
So without heavy modding, and it does seem to be true that Bethesda games in general are better for just being a general asshole.
A quarter would be a haven.
I don't... Well, I haven't... I have watched my son play through all of Fallout 4. I don't play the Fallouts myself. They're too ugly. Too ugly for me. Even when he played it, he used like a mod to at least plant flowers somewhere, but just the sheer ugliness of the game is a complete turn off for me. It's just not good, not fun.
Hi,
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I will come back and adopt you, I promise. But like Starfield, I did play a few times through, and again, it's very ambiguous, and there are some parts of the main quest that are like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? I have to do this? So I prefer more of BioWare's sense.
By the hist, if I don't get something soon, I don't know how I'll get through the week.
Here's your double distilled skooma.
Thank you so much. Here, let me show you a thing or two about not attracting attention to yourself. I would not complain if you returned with some skooma.
So I like things that are just much more defined. I have certainly been a horrifying...
Sorry, but I'm not looking
Warden?
to hire any more crew right now. You don't know what freedom really means until you've lived on the river.
Your old crew member has been taken care of.
Fine work. Here's your pay. Don't spend it all on me. Right. See you round.
Cool armor, please take off your hat. But I don't like the forced roleplay sense here, whether you either do something or don't. There is no good or bad outcome.
Couldn't have chosen a better for traveling.
Oh, we still okay, we still have to do Winterhold. But as you can see, there isn't much there. Alright. Orthus and Dario, I came down here trying to find him. He should be somewhere around here, right? Oh, East Empire Company, okay.
I know this place looks horrible. Please, don't hold it against the company.
Why is it so run down?
Sad, isn't it? We can't afford to keep the place running since these attacks started. Pirates, you see. Raiding all along the coast. From Hammerfell to Vardenfell, only the Shatter Shields appear safe.
Who are the Shatter Shields?
A very powerful family in Windhelm. They run a private shipping operation and would love to have the docks to themselves. Wouldn't surprise me if they were in league with the pirates somehow.
Do you have any proof of that? Oh, we
Not
just picked
yet,
up proof.
no. But perhaps an intrepid person
maybe I
such
can
as
help with
yourself
that.
could help with that? They have a dark elf who oversees their operations, Suveris Atherin. She's meticulous to a fault, and keeps a logbook with every transaction she makes. If it were to somehow end up in my hands, I wouldn't argue.
I've got the logbook.
How did you get it? No, never mind. I
Snuck in,
probably
stole
shouldn't
it.
know.
Huh.
I see. It looks like Severus has been traveling to Dawnstar to meet with a pirate crew there. Get to Dawnstar and see what you can find out about these rogues. I'd wager they won't be too far from the tavern. Try to find out where their fortress is. The captain, Stig Saltplank, has to know something.
Stig Saltplank. Has there ever been a more awkward but on-the-nose piratey name? Sort of Captain Piratey Pirate. By the way, we have our freeze dryer, which we adore. I did make freeze dried Snickers. They were amazing. I am going to make freeze-dried pumpkin pie, freeze-dried cinnamon rolls, and freeze-dried dill pickle chips this week. And then one day I went back to discover that our freeze dryer has a name. My husband renamed it Freezy McFreeze. There were not enough characters available to make it Freezy McFreeze face, which made him kind of sad. Me too. I'd like Freezy McFreeze face much better. I just reminded, there's a Warcraft series of quests where you find just a big ugly bug and you train it from like a larva to be a mount. And one of the options while you're training it is you can name it Bitey McBiteface. And that's just, I mean, come on. That's just awesome. Sounds like a dragon. Yeah? Dragon? Dragon. Same dragon. That has been circling Dawnstar for a very long time, apparently.
Fucked.
We are fucked. He says that when things are big. Yeah, it is big. It's a dragon level 50.
Shit! Sick of it.
So I think my next game is going to be pretty good. I have determined which quests I'm going to avoid. This is helpful in setting up my good game. But you know, yeah, some of it is like Force Greed. You can't actually choose to not join the Thieves Guild. Well, you can choose not to join, but you can't choose to not get the quest. You can tell them no thank you, I suppose. I'm gonna actually try that. I'll try being a good person.
Come now, dearie. Surely we aren't all that bad.
Just leave me alone.
Wow, that's a terrible pirate voice, Mercer. Wow, it's just everywhere.
Now drink
What are
it
you
and shut
looking
your
at?
filthy mouths.
I hear you're a man who might know something about pirates.
Know about them? Lass, you're looking at them. My name is Stig
Oh, that
Saltplank,
is totally a
one of
Pirates of the
captains
Caribbean
the
thing.
Blood Horkers.
Best believe in ghost stories. You're living in one. Lots of gold to be had plundering ships.
Aye, the war keeps the Empire and the locals too busy to worry about us. Halden calls it our golden age.
I'm not sure about the accent. Who's Halden?
Our secret ingredient, if you will. A battle mage of fearsome cunning.
If you're going to be doing
Runs
the
the
accent,
Blood
son,
Horkers.
do the accent.
Make
Runs
sure
the Blood
battles
Horkers and
end
make
right
sure the
side
battles
up.
end right side up. Where would I go to join up?
Well, I can't just tell that to any skeever that washes up. From the look of you, I'm guessing you're more looking to cause some trouble for the Horkers.
You know, he's doing the Pirates of the Caribbean. He's doing the Treasure Island voice, which is completely apocryphal, by the way. With this loose in your tongue, I'd rather pay you than bitch you.
I think that'll do just the trick. Halden
The
will
guy's pretty
take
good
my hide
at
for
like
this,
a British
but
accent,
Skyrim's been feeling a bit confining
but
lately.
not too
We
good
draw
at,
counsel at Jaffet's Folly. The fools in Windhelm won't go near it, which is fine by us. If you'll pardon me now, my crew needs gathering. Should be in Hammerfell before the other Horkers know who let slip their secret.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. I'm not an expert, by the way, I'm just opinionated.
Help! I cannot best you.
Who is fighting what here? What is that? It sounds like a bear? Saber cat? Who is... You guys... Oh, look, I got a chicken's head.
Those teeth at me again, and I will knock them out.
Okay, I'm starting to crash when I port to the Windhelm docks. So... I'll try, but we might have to start doing some of this by, going through Windhelm. I'm not sure why it's crashing, and maybe the weather or the lighting or the NPCs have changed enough that it's not going to happen now. I don't know why Skyrim needs the Dragonborn when every dragon can be taken down by a bad texture. Okay, yeah, it might have been a lighting thing, time of day, NPC, who knows.
No matter what else happens, the guards will always be grateful for everything you've done.
Try not to pick the lock right in front of a guard, honey. Hi. Oh, yeah, it's late. It's gonna be a little while. Okay. Alright, let me see if I can find Scout's mini marshes. Alright, a lot of these guys are unavailable at night.
There's a lot to learn of Skyrim's history.
Alright, let's go take a nap. set up. Take a look at Sharon.
Everything's all right?
The Bloodhawkers. Now why'd they have to go and ruin a perfectly good meal like that?
I really love these candles in the alcove here.
Are you hungry, lass? I have a sudden craving for hawker steak.
Okay. Here is Sharon. Don't have a thing, so this door's gonna be open. I mean, don't have a house, Carl. So the room's gonna be empty. Follow a room. I'm gonna not loot here. I don't need that much stuff from here. Ooh, froze soil. Ooh.
Oh. Is that the cheese I'm carrying? Or
Since
do
I'm
I
not
just
gonna be
need
auto-looting
broth?
here. Pretty. Nice bed. Cool. The Book of Fate. Is it empty? Yup. The Book of Fate is empty, folks. Alrighty.
Ah, it's nice to be warm again.
And Bane's Bestiary. Ice Wraiths. 17 last seed. When winter's chill descended upon me as I traveled further north through the frozen plains and mountains, I settled in at the Inn of Dawnstar for a moment of respite and a warm meal. Another traveler there told me to be cautious, that there are creatures who settle into the powder white of the snow with nary a clue to the careless, until it is too late. He went on, with wild gestures and fantastic tales of entire merchant expeditions being killed by the beasts. His stories frightened the other inn patrons, but I will not be turned by a coward's tale. I will see these from my own eyes. And those icy caves and snow-capped peaks of the north are exactly the type of places that call to an adventurer like me. It did not take me long to find what I sought. These ice raids are lucid, serpentine creatures of magic, as if conjured from the frozen tundra and glaciers of Skyrim itself, at one with an environment that makes them nearly invisible. These ethereal apparitions are the death of many Nords, if not by their sudden, unholy strike that casts their entire body through their target, then by the malady of witbane, a curse of infection that dulls the intellect and makes the target even more the victim. As deadly as they are, ice raids are simple-minded in their determination, and combat is a straightforward affair, and brute force and a sharp blade are enough to fell these savage creatures. Only the hardiest of men would hope to survive just one of these beasts, but I have slain two with general ease. It's good that I've found I can make decent coin selling the ice wraith's teeth, as they are a prized ingredient in alchemical potions. That will continue to afford me the opportunity to search these lands for a challenge worthy of story, for I have yet to see what would make me tremble. History of Ravenrock, Volume 1, by Laren Toledo. Forward. Ravenrock is one of the more interesting colonies of Morrowind in the last 2 centuries. So much has happened to this tiny town in such a short amount of time, and so many lives have been affected by it. I felt it necessary to describe its rich history within these volumes. During my research, I lived in Ravenrock for almost 3 years, and I got to know many of my fellow Dunmer who call Ravenrock their home. I hope that my readers will appreciate the amount of fortitude and perseverance that it must take to endure life in such an inhospitable and untamed land. Raven Rock was founded in 3E 427 by the East Empire Company in response to the discovery of a rich ebony mine on the southern edge of the island of Solstheim. The construction of the town took several months, and the mine immediately started yielding ebony ore that the miners shipped to Windhelm in Skyrim. By 3E 432, the town was home to over 30 people, all of whom depended on the mine for their livelihood. At this time, Raven Rock was almost exclusively inhabited by Imperials and a few Nords who were drawn to the mine's wealth. When the Oblivion Crisis arose in 3E 433, Raven Rock remained largely untouched by Mehrunes Dagon's forces and work continued as usual. The bulk of the Imperial Guard that was stationed in Raven Rock was recalled to Cyrodiil to fight the invading forces, but a few soldiers remained behind in order to protect the ebony mine from bandits. It's uncertain whether any Oblivion Gates ever opened on Solstheim, as there appears to be no record of such an event ever occurring there. In the first year of the Fourth Era, after the destruction of Aldrun, many of the Dunmer great houses set out small groups of their own to seek places to re-establish themselves. House Redorun's group was led by Brara Morvain, who immediately struck out for Solstheim. After some quick negotiations with the Eastern Empire Company, and some speculate quite a bit of coin changing hands, Brara's grasp was allowed to settle in Raven Rock, where they quickly... Brara's group was allowed to settle in Raven Rock, where they quickly became a part of the mining colony's way of life. The Dunmer proved to be both hardworking and reliable when it came to working in the mines, impressing the Eastern Empire Company and solidifying their relationship. All was going quite well until that fateful day in 4E5 when the Red Mountain suddenly erupted, sending a massive blast across the Sea of Ghosts that struck Solstheim with its full fury. Raven Rock was heavily damaged by this wave of force, which toppled several of its stone structures and obliterated many of the wooden ones. Ironically, the mine once again proved to be the town's saving grace, as most of the population of Raven Rock was working underground at the time and was completely shielded from the blast. This event wasn't without cost, however. Raven Rock was heavily dependent on nearby Fort Frostmoth for its defense, but the eruption had almost completely wiped it from the face of Solstheim. The few soldiers that survived took residence in Raven Rock itself and attempted to set up a makeshift garrison there. But these scant few were hardly a match for potential threats to their town. With the East Empire Company's permission, Brara brought in some of House Redorun's elite Redorun Guard to fill the void. The Guard proved to be an ideal replacement for the fallen Imperial soldiers, and have been guarding the town ever since. Let's see if I can find the bath here. I imagine there's a bath
I've
somewhere.
travelled through many a pass, and life is a difficult class. But worth it has been, the best sight I've seen is the glory of the Dragonborn's arse.
Usually they're in the basement of these places. So this is altered by the TNF mods. Really pretty. That's a remake of all the, Oh, is this the one that has a bath in the back? Okay, that's the main entrance. Yeah, I think this one has a bath, like, outdoors. Yeah, okay. It's outside. It's a hot spring. That's very cool.
heard us. Is it freed us yet?
It's Shrine to Bella visual. Oh, right, I should be casting Muffle. I keep forgetting. And Wolfrad is the court wizard and he's gone, so this isn't a good place to decide to... It's a pretty graveyard.
The early bird gets the worm. Or worm.
The Dunmer get their drinks at the new
potatoes.
Nissa's Corner Club. Why they can't just call it a tavern is beyond me.
Many things appear to be beyond you, sweetheart. I wouldn't worry about it. Alright.
Yeah?
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts.
Adelaisa, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
One of the guards said he saw a mage appear.
There's a
out
lot of
thin
gold
air.
at stake here,
Claimed
and
it was
sniveling
one of those
isn't gonna
Sijic
get it back.
monks.
I've got a sharp woman on the
Ooh.
job right now.
Adelaisa.
She should be returning any
nice
moment.
outfit.
This must be her, then. Finally, someone around here that can get things done. Since we're short on soldiers, you'll be coming with us too. No arguments. Anything else you want to say?
The leader is a battle mage named Kaidan.
Kaidan? I've heard of the man, but never guessed he'd join up with some pirates. This could be even more dangerous than I thought. Head to the ships. We'll plan the assault on the way.
You're the one who's coming to Japheth's Folly with us, right? You ready to go?
Let's go.
All aboard.
I'm waiting.
What's the plan?
Well, here we are, we think.
Have we reached Japheth's Folly?
Hard to say. The weather's taken a bit of a turn here. Howden's been known to obscure his hideaways with magic. If we take care of him, the way should be clear to properly assault the island.
Is that my job?
You've shown yourself useful so far. All these lunks are too afraid of Howden to head in before the fog's cleared. So, if you're willing to perform one more service for the company, we could put this matter behind us for good. Take out Howden, and we'll handle the rest.
We'll do everything, and we'll take credit. I don't think I've ever done this. Ever in the history of ever. And I remember seeing this as part of the world space for...
leave first. Ungrateful gits.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I saw this as a world space for Dandelad as it sets its coding, and I was like, where's that? Now I know. I missed a mud crab? I disagree, random number generator. Is it possible to critically fail here? I'm not really sure. Do you have an anti-critical hit where you like can't hit a ginormous chitinous head
Now ain't
3
this
feet
a
in front of you?
surprise?
I mean, even if I walked forward, I could hit it with my arrow.
Bring it on!
Blood Order.
Wow. I thought I was impressive with a bow. I didn't expect to...
Yeah, I remember seeing Skulldolphin also on the world generator. I'm like, where's that? That's how often I don't do the main quest.
I'll never do another span in that stinking jail. I'd have died and give myself up. Lying little
It's your lucky
harlot.
day.
That brat ain't mine. Could be anyone's. Won't get one rusty second from me. There's someone there?
Okay, I understand why I missed there. To be fair, it was dark and he's wall colored.
How the fuck am I supposed to draw my sword folded over like this? One of these days I'm gonna cut something off myself, I swear.
Yeah, so all of these spaces in Dindalad will blindly ask you whether or not you want to adjust the seasons for it. So I know I've been adjusting the seasons for the Deadlands, which is just that little room for Kaidan with Rosalind in it, and then Japhet's Folly, which is just inside a cave of ice. And what's the other one? Skulldolphin does have seasons.
Go, listen.
So now I know. No, Japhet's Folly does not need seasons, folks.
Fair warning. I'm absolutely shite at this, so apologies in advance.
Unfortunately, the Legacy of the Dragonborn update has also messed up all the patches for Legacy of the Dragonborn, including all the seasons for their worlds. Oh, okay, so, alright, it is spring out here. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Okay, unstuck. Alright, so it does matter if it's spring or summer out here. Fair enough.
Die!
Help them. They won't help you.
Fucking come on! Enough of this!
Shit. Are you alright, little crap? You jumped out of my chest that fight.
Why is
I
there
don't know what I'd
exploding
fucking do if
moose
I
head?
lost you.
Explosions everywhere. I'm getting covered in pirate bits. Dirty, dirty, dirty.
You want to do this the hard way? Fine.
You pretty tough. You got hit twice with a bow,
Everybody's always been scum.
knocked around by an explosion. It's such a stupid name, Blood Horker. I mean, like Skeever of the Sea or so. I don't know. Like, who wants to be a horker? You guys have been fighting for a while, huh? That's a bit of blood.
Is that your best? We are routed. Fall back.
Never made it off the dock, huh, honey? Oh boy, it's gonna be fun.
But
There you are.
There I am. I've killed Halden.
Impressive work. We started the attack once you made the fog scamper away like that. Hope you didn't catch any of the fire. We can head back whenever you're set. There's celebrating to be done. Are you ready to go?
Let's go.
All aboard! Hmm?
We're so grateful for your help.
The pirate haven has been destroyed.
I can't express how much easier you've made my job. Maybe Adeliza will finally ease up, but I expect she won't. Ah yes, your pay. The company thanks you for your services. Should we ever be able to help you, stop by.
1,500 septums. See why it's not really worth helping you guys? Good thing I like killing stuff. Oh, now I can loot everything off the docks, huh?
Skyrim isn't very friendly for Argonians, so we mostly just keep out of the way.
Are you always so happy?
Oh yes, after all, what's the point in being miserable all the time? I know life on the docks isn't easy. Sometimes life puts you in difficult circumstances you didn't choose. But being happy or unhappy is a choice you make. And I've chosen to make the best of things that I can.
Good for you, honey.
I enjoyed our talk.
You hear the news?
I like her little
There's a
head
dragon
thing.
roosting up on Mount Anthor.
I like
to the
those little
northwest.
hooks. With she's got horn curtains. Hello?
Now I know who you are, and I know your business. Just please, these are good folk we've got here, mostly.
Why don't you stop talking to me like that?
Well, yes.
Here, have 100 gold pieces. So this is Creation Club. Someone wants me to show my nature, so praying for prosperity, giving bread, 1 gold piece, or 100 gold pieces, or wine. So I'll give 100 gold pieces.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
That's
all right then.
A lot of money, honestly, considering they just gave me
Freezing my ears
100 for like
You have vanquished
killing
the great evil
what,
from Skyrim.
50 people?
You have saved this land and our very souls.
True. Okay. Let's see. That was always there. Retrieve Philo's ring. Okay, I need to find... Okay, there's an Argonian
Ours is to smile at your passing, friend.
I hear the
The
East
Argonian
Empire
Enclave is
Company
down
has
here,
reopened,
isn't it?
thanks in
Is
no
there a door
small
over
part to
here?
you. Well done.
Huh.
All of Skyrim benefits from their trade.
Is it up here? Over here? Where are you? Oh, it's in the warehouse. What you got? What did I steal? Everything, huh? Okay. Oh, yeah, there is like an Argonian place.
Whatever you need, Dragonborn. Just say the word.
Thank you. Alright, maybe it's here. Argonian assemblage. I don't want to pick the lock to the Argonian assemblage. Oh. Alright, let's see if I can find Shadi. Huh, I just talked to her.
We're used to getting by on scraps, but the Shatter Shields want everything for nothing.
Someone giving you trouble?
Torbjorn Shatter Shield. I wish someone would beat the coin out of his fat fists. He clings to every septim. He says an Argonian's labor is only worth 1/10 of a proper Nord worker. My people are not slaves.
What if I talk to Torbjorn?
You can try, but we've gotten nowhere talking to him ourselves. May the earth beneath your feet be always soft.
Skyrim isn't very friendly for Argonians, so we mostly just keep
Okay,
out
she's
of the
supposed to give me a quest, but isn't.
enjoyed our talk.
Maybe, maybe I need to help other Argonians and we'll see. But we appear to be wrapping up here in Windhelm. The rest look like, you know, find a book, deliver something, and I may not try too strenuously to finish those. At the end of the game, I'll try to wrap them up, but if I can't, I can't. At the end of the game, I'll just start loading up codes and looking up codes and seeing if things are worth really facilitating that way. But I don't think the quests that I am passing up have a huge impact on the game.
Can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the little bits too.
Fresh fruit and vegetables for sale.
Come and browse my fine selection.
And grant peace to these departed souls.
Oh my god, I never even knew that
Both my
staircase
daughters. Now my wife? How much is one man supposed to take?
was there. You need to pay the Argonians a fair wage.
Those boots aren't worth the septims I do pay them. I'm not
Boots?
giving them coin I could give to good Nord workers.
Pay them, or things will get ugly.
Easy? Maybe I was being too harsh on them. By the honor of Clan Shattershield, they
Which you
will be
don't
paid
have.
fairly. You have my word.
Thank you. God, what an asshole.
Please forgive my mood. I'm still coming to terms with the death of my wife and daughters.
Never even knew that was there, folks.
I have a little of everything for sale. Come, see for yourself.
And I don't think this is a remade city because JK's Windhelm was really buggy, but I don't
You
know.
look tired, little dragon. Let's take the day off. Let me pamper you. and
Oh well.
show you how much I'll...
Moving on.
Yeah. Everything else can fucking wait.
Thank you, Kaidan. Oh wow. I'm looking up Shavi. If you don't solve blood on the ice, she can get killed. Yikes.
I wish the Nords, Argonians, and Dark Elves in Windhelm got along better.
Oh, you can marry Shavi. Torbjorn will be paying you more.
You talked Torbjorn down? I'm impressed. Here I was saving this for a rainy day. Maybe now I can afford a few more for my people. Take it. May the earth beneath your feet be always soft.
Okay, it looks like Shavi is bugged.
Skyrim isn't very friendly for Argonians, so we mostly just keep out of the way.
Okay, it's a
I
vanilla
enjoyed
thing.
our talk.
She's a sweetheart. It's a shame I can't get her amulet. Okay, the rest are deliveries, or... It looks like there's one left I haven't tried. Finding Brunwolf. See if he'll give me a quest. Huh. He is Ulfric's replacement as Jarl if the Imperial Legion occupies the city. Oh, hey, I did speak to Brunwolf, and he didn't give me a quest, so I'll try looking for him again.
We are going.
And if I can't find him, we're headed to Winterhold.
Another day, another septum.
We should get cozy by a campfire. It's bloody cold.
Yeah, it's getting cold because it's gonna be autumn soon. Yep, Kitty's been here. Dead rat. Okay, I'm not seeing Brunwolf, and I know we already spoke to the guy, and he did not give us a quest. So, I am declaring Windhelm at least temporarily finished of the quests that aren't problematic. And we are headed to Winterhold. Oh, and I think I've already gotten the claw. I've already gotten the claw from, what is her name, Brynja, I think, to delve into a dungeon. Let me see if that's one of that quest. If so, I can knock it off before we even head to Winterhold. Drown Sorrows. No, okay, let's go talk to, Let's go talk to the Thane. The Jarl, sorry. Yeah, Winterhold is like really easy. You like get a couple of people drunk, you go get a helm. You're done. You steal a staff.
Can I help you?
I don't care how many colleges they build, or how much the sea swallows up. I'll outlast them all.
Oh, I already have
Come
the
back
quest
as
from
soon
him.
as you
Okay,
have
I
the
already
helm.
talked to him. The helm. I'll look up the name of the quest.
That.
Okay.
Wizard is still at the inn. I can't believe Dagger allows him to stay there.
Okay, I know I can... I'm not sure what I've already done on this run through. I don't know if I've given this guy some ale already.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by
hey,
the fire.
My favorite drinking
I
buddy.
sure
Let's
have.
get some mead.
There's a staff in here, which I can actually steal while he's sitting right there because my stealth is that good.
How long are we gonna let Ranmir drink himself into a stupor? When will enough be enough?
As long as he keeps paying, I suppose. He keeps to himself and isn't hurting anyone.
Oh, are you sure of that? I think Birna might disagree with you.
I think I already got the claw from Birna.
Wait.
Is the quest literally called Dungeon Delving? Find Helm of Winterhold inside Ingvild.
I know you.
Oh, I
Watch
love
that
that
inward crab
little
doesn't nip you on the arse,
Cape
mind,
ribbons
ugly
are
little
awesome.
bastards.
I love you, Cape Ribbons.
Oh, it's so cold. Damn me for crawling back in for warmth.
I've been here so many times. When I played setups for games, I had a mod called Ice Horse. And even if I challenged myself to never load anything, to not load any money or load any items, there would still be an item, the book for the Frost Horse out here. Oh, maybe that was no, that might have been somewhere different. Let me see. No, it was over here. There's it's something closer to here. So I'm lying. But I loved Ice Horse. I kept Ice Horse until all of like my E and B upgrades. Oh, look at that sun. It's sunset. Beautiful. All my E and B upgrades made the horse look like total crap, and I didn't have a patch for it, so that's what led me to Anbar, and I'm not sorry,
That cave could make
but I
good
do miss
shelter.
Ice Horse. Ice Horse was amazing.
Why did we clear out?
Oh, me sudden knees.
Sorry. I'll shut up now.
You won't, but I still love you. We're just that awesome, honey. We can afford now to talk. It doesn't even matter if things hear or see us coming. You could silly flirt all day long. It doesn't matter. You gonna try to kill me?
Is someone there?
Yeah, you sure are.
If you want
Trying
my
to end this
Dragonborn,
game.
get through me.
Arendel's Journal, Part 1. Day 1. It seems the cretins of Dawnstar are not quite as foolish as I had surmised. They found my experimentations, and needless to say, were not pleased with what they saw. No matter, my work can only flourish without the distractions of living among the unenlightened. I've found a cave off the north coast of Skyrim that will be more than sufficient for my continued studies. The ruins of Inglevild should hold the materials I need to learn more about reanimating and enslaving the dead. On a personal note, I will miss the young maidens of Dawnstar. Such beauty was intoxicating. I often found my thoughts wandering around them, imagining secret encounters between myself and one or two of the local girls. Ew.
Shit. I've
Sorry,
had worse.
Kaidan. I really wish you would not run directly in front of my bow. But thankfully,
With all I
shouldn't
am,
be-
and yet my heart
Dude,
fucking
are you
stops
hurt or
when
what?
something
No, you're
comes
full
out.
health. Okay, I didn't hurt you.
Fucking time.
I don't want to hurt you.
I swear at this point you're only wanting us to sneak about because you know I can't
I
think
want to
straight
sneak because I
seeing
can't
you
not
move
sneak.
like that.
Yeah, I think this ice cave is melted for summer. I don't know this place terribly well, and it appears to have actual choices in where to go, so I'm lost. I simply follow arrow. There's a joke in this house, which is well earned, that since my husband always knows where things are, he's got an amazing memory, and he always knows like his direction in time and space. So the joke is always that north is always for me, obviously. I mean, duh, straight ahead. So anytime anything about directions comes up, and we go north, right? I just point straight ahead. See, the caves are a little wonky with the ice melted, but
slow and steady. We don't want to grab any.
We'll just call it a lava
attention
tube, shall we? Arundel's Journal, Part 2. Day 8. I have established a temporary workstation in the cold caves and have found multiple burial chambers within the snow and ice. While in the first chamber, I exhumed a few test subjects, all female. I was stunned to find my mind wandering again to the women of Dawnstar as I examined my find. At first, I was slightly disturbed by my thoughts, but later I found myself reevaluating. Day 9. The first trials went splendidly. Each subject was reanimated in a state of total complacency, bending to my every task and whim. I've ordered a few of my new servants to guard the island, while the rest will act as my personal entourage, standing by me at all times, standing watch over me while I sleep. Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna go. I'm sure that's not gonna end badly.
What was that? Is someone there?
Arundel's Journal, Part 3. Day 21. An intriguing development. Tonight, my guards have brought me a trespasser they found near the cave. At first, I was understandably upset. Not only was I disturbed during one of my few moments alone with my favorite servant, but I recognized the trespasser as a milkmaid from Dawnstar. She remembered me as well, and made bold claims that I'd been lurking near her at all hours. What lies! True, I had taken notice of her on occasion, but she was nowhere near the most noticeable of maidens in town. Her continued accusations, coupled with my fear of more uninvited guests, led me to conclude that she could never return to Dawnstar. My servants were quick to carry out my sentencing. Her body is here next to me as I write this. Funny. Her eyes are still so full of life. Perhaps I will try a new experiment tonight using fresher materials. Ew. Ew. So much nasty. Arundel, you're gross.
You're a phantom to be feared. Your lips look cold. Should I warm them up a bit?
Oh. Stone of Parents. Oh. Huh. Cool.
My blade is thirsting for blood.
Yeah. Gross. Yeah, I don't remember this place at all. Read Arundel's Journal, Part 3. I thought I already read Part 3. Day 28. The new experiment has proved a success. The milkmaid, whose name still escapes me, was revived as the others. bowing to my commands with only one interesting development. She has reformed incorporeally, more phantasm than reanimated dead. As her glowing visage stood before me, I found my hand reaching out to touch her. As my fingers passed through her, I felt a sensation unlike any other, as if her essence were invigorating my very soul, connecting with me on a level no woman of flesh and blood can do. This discovery is life-changing. Day 33. I've ordered my older servants to go out and find any more subjects that maybe have become lost. With the discovery of the inner sanctum still deep within Ingeville, I should have sufficient room to store many new materials until I can transform them into willing slaves. I look back on my daydreams whilst living in Dawnstar and wonder if they were in fact portents of times to come. Yeah. I mean, some of my characters would totally get that and want to know that spell and the mods that go with it.
Can you smell magic in the air too? It smells like a rainless thunderstorm.
I did have one character that, while I was trying out like all of the sex lab mods, because I'm just mostly offended when I can't get things to work. That she decided, so I had all of the creature animations and installed, and so basically she had decided that she was just going to go out and conquer everything in the world, have sex with everything in the world, and gain the power of the creatures in that way. And I remember just like working on like, why can't I have sex with Spriggans? My husband's like, why would you want to have sex with Spriggans? Like, because I haven't seen the animation yet and I don't know how it works. Fortunately, he accepts and loves me.
Nice one.
And uses my mod list, which cracks me up in terms of like, I'm just sort of like wondering, he can do quite a bit of money. He did his, he did a really good VR list, but he hasn't played as much on
it's not like I've got
desktop since he got on, you know, on the computer since he got VR. So he's not as, he's mostly done. Yeah, so as I said, he's mostly done VR stuff. So with me obsessing on the other stuff, he now, if he's going to play desktop at all, he'll use my mod list. I can't use VR because it makes me nauseous.
Not harder.
My eyesight is poor. Hello? Hello? Time for the necklace of light, which I did not hotkey. So that makes it very... There we go. Isn't it pretty? So much pretty. So it just always makes me wonder if people are going to be like, hey, you play modded, you know, Skyrim with all the sex mods? What if your wife knew about that? My wife is the one who
Some caves
made the
won't be a good
list.
shelter, even if you clear them out.
Wife has had weird sex with gargoyles and steam centurions, and yeah, I just grabbed every single... I didn't... yeah, grabbed every single one that I could. Then I'm like, okay, no sex with foxes, and sex with chickens is just silly. So I got everything to work, and then I eventually stopped using it. And OSTIM does not have creature capability. Only Finis has that. Finis in the sex lab, so I can only have sex with humans now. But I do have Devour as part of OSTIM. I think there are a couple of things where you can like feed on people as an animation. So OSTIM has like romance things where you could just kind of like hang out and read books together, which is really cool. And there are some really cool animations. And now, yeah, so my Dragonborn can use my male.
What can I do for you, Fred?
Can use the OSTIM animations to feed on the follower. or triggers seem to feed on cattle or someone else, and then that way I'm not hungry. So yes, it's about eating disorders again, isn't it?
I don't care how many colleges they build, or how much the sea swallows up. I'll outlast them all.
I have the Helm of Winterhold.
Can you believe that this hold used to contend for the throne of the High King? Now perhaps others will listen. Here, your reward is promised. You have Winterhold's thanks.
Anything else you need, my Jarl?
There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title, mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold. You help my people, and I'll make you my Thane.
It would be an honor.
Good luck to you.
I've helped your people.
Then by my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Winterhold.
And it's 3 buildings.
I grant you this weapon from the armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify the guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble now.
Okay.
All right, then.
Ours is the only family left that truly cares what happens to Winterhold.
Sure. Okay, there's also... Okay.
My
Nala.
job is to serve the... I don't really know anyone at the college. I guess everyone just assumes I do because I'm a Dunmer.
I'm looking for... what do you do around here?
Me? Nothing. And I hope to keep it that way. The Jarl is convinced I have some connection with the college, so he goes easy on me. Maybe you'd like to help me keep up appearances. Old Nellikar has a mage's staff in his room in the frozen hearth. It'd be good to have that staff, in case the Jarl starts wondering if I actually have a real connection
And
to the
Nellikar,
college.
who's approximately 20 yards away, would never notice, right? I'll get it for you.
Thanks. I'll be waiting for it.
Guess what? Here's Nellikar's staff.
This should come in handy. Here, let me show you a few tricks I've learned about buttering up royalty. Safe travels.
Okay. So yeah, I do play horrifically vile roleplay characters at times. I also write them. Fortunately, my husband got to know me in roleplay. We were online. We met in a roleplay game. And so, he doesn't get freaked out. He knows I'll still do the laundry and the dishes and, you know, take good care of the animals despite the shit that goes on in my head. He's read stuff and gone, that's really fucked up. I'm like, are you surprised? Nah. Alright. Drowned Sorrows. Find Ranmir's lost love. I need to find Dager and Harren. Alright. Let's see. So fortunately, I don't do anything furtive that, you know, he doesn't know about. It's all like... And he even did the voices in some of my very fucked up novels and fan
Go on
fiction.
in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Dagger.
If there's anything you need, just let me know.
What can you tell me about Winterhold?
I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used to be. You can talk to Birna if you need to buy anything. She doesn't have much, but could certainly use the coin. And then there's our little inn. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college. Though even that's dried up some.
Oh, well now. Didn't expect you to be coming back this way again. Not after last time.
Bloody hell. Why does nobody
Okay,
ever just forget
this is
the
just
stories?
bounty stuff.
Are you kidding? Seen Frostbite before. Always a few folks stumbling in looking for a healer. Never had one with his delicate bits frozen to a seat, though. Bit hard to forget that.
Try harder.
Ranmir beg a drink from you yet? That's gold wasted, friend.
What's wrong with Ranmir?
He owes this tavern enough coin to burn it down, build it back up, then burn it down again just for laughs. He's had some troubles in his life, but I can't have him drinking here without at least paying back some of the coin he owes.
What if I talk to Ranmir?
Go right ahead. He just might be sober enough to listen to you.
Okay.
See ya.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking.
You need to pay Harren back for all your drinks.
Who are you to say what I should do? I'll pay her back when I'm ready.
Do it, or things get ugly.
Calm down there, friend. I'll pay.
I don't mind intimidating
Tell
some
Harren
people.
that she'll have
Otherwise,
her
I tend to enjoy persuading. But
until next time.
Certain idiots I'm cool with.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
Ranmir's agreed to pay his debts.
Thank you. He's not a bad man, just bad with his coins and his drink. My husband Dagger could tell you stories there. I have a couple of Ranmir's things that he traded to us back when he was still paying regularly. I say you've earned them.
Ew, I'm not sure I want to touch them.
Until next time.
Oh, good. A dwarven made a salt pile. Oh, maybe I got that afterward.
So did Carlia send you again, or are you here on your own this time?
Oh.
Give my regards to Carlia if you see her.
Alrighty. I'm pretty sure
here's
I
a woman
have...
I'm glad.
Yeah. Drowned Sorrows. Quest Giver Dagger.
See.
Yeah.
If there's anything you need, just let me know.
Oh, okay. Now it's there. Anything around here needs doing?
Well, not exactly. Listen, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if I could ask a favor of you.
Sure. What can I do for you?
It's about Ranmir.
Kaidan, if you would
Don't get me
please.
wrong. I don't have a problem with him being here all the time. He mostly keeps to himself, and so far he's been able to pay. I just hate to see what's happened to him. He hasn't always been like this, you know. Drunk, I mean.
What did he used to be like?
Oh, he was a different person. Happy, outgoing, like anyone who's in love.
So what happened to him? That's
See,
not
Ranmir
like everyone
was
who's
involved
in
with a
love, by
pretty
the way.
young woman named Isabel Rolane. The two of them were very happy together, I thought. One day, she just disappeared. Ranmir was convinced she'd run off with someone else, leaving him behind. He turned to drinking. And what's left of him is what you see here every day.
Oh. What can be done about it now? I'm gonna
I'm
go
not
find
sure.
her corpse, aren't I?
I hope that maybe if she could be found, if he had some sort of explanation, that maybe he could put himself back together. I'm in no position to go searching for her, but perhaps you could. Oh, you're back. Didn't think you'd be showing your face here ever again.
My days at the
Believe
college
you
were
me,
behind
I am really wishing I was anywhere but here right now.
Speaking of that time before...
What did you do?
No, not speaking about it.
Oh, it's when he got his
I'd like to
bits
not even think
frozen to
about it,
something.
if you don't mind.
Well, those priestesses came back by a few days later looking for you. Said if I saw you to tell you that you were welcome at their temple in Markarth anytime. They were quite, enthusiastic about the offer.
Bloody fucking hell.
Oh, honey, it's okay. Don't be ashamed of being handsome and attractive. You can't help it. You worked hard on it. Enjoy it.
Wait, I know you.
Okay, I'm going to place the Shrine of Akatosh. The shrine to Oriel.
Come sit with me, my lord.
It's pretty here.
Ah, it's not.
History of Raven Rock, Volume 2. By Lauren Tilleno. Forward. Raven Rock is one of the more interesting colonies in Morrowind in the last 2 centuries. So much has happened in this tiny town in such a short amount of time, and so many lives have been affected by it. I felt it necessary to describe its rich history within these volumes. During my research, I lived in Raven Rock for almost 3 years, and I got to know many of my fellow Dunmer who called Raven Rock their home. I hope that my readers will appreciate the amount of fortitude and perseverance that it must take to endure life in such an inhospitable and untamed land. After a few years, the relentless ash storms from the ever-erupting Red Mountain had transformed Solstheim's southern reaches into pure ash wastes, reminiscent of those present on Vardenfell itself. The storms would leave behind deep dunes of ash that made life exceedingly difficult in Raven Rock. In order to protect the town from those drifts, Braura Morvain proposed that the East Empire Company construct a large wall of her own design to protect the east end of town. The company quickly agreed and provided the necessary funds. After almost a year, the construction was complete and the huge edifice was named the Bulwark. The wall proved to be extremely effective and allowed work to continue unabated in the mines. In 4E16, when Solstheim was passed into the hands of the Dunmer people, the East Empire Company was forced to relinquish Raven Rock's control to House Redoran. The council quickly named Braura Morvain as councillor of their new town and allowed her to rule Solstheim as she saw fit. As a result of this changing in the guard, almost the entire imperial population left Raven Rock and returned to Cyrodiil. Braura continued to welcome the Dunmer that elected to settle on Solstheim. Some chose to stay in Raven Rock to work in the mines, and others took to more familiar territory and began a nomadic lifestyle in the ash wastes. The next few decades were the golden years for Raven Rock. Braura Morvain was keeping the peace, the mines were still producing large quantities of ebony, and the Dunmer that lived on the island were happy. After almost 50 years of prosperity, in 4E65, Braura Morvain finally succumbed to old age and passed away. She was interred in the family's ancestral tomb, and her son Laren Morvain took her place. The people who had lived in Raven Rock during Braura's time as counselor were pleased to discover that Laren shared his mother's notions of rulership. He was fair and compassionate, which kept the people of the island quite happy for many decades. History of Raven Rock, Volume 3. Okay, I don't need to read the foreword, because I just read it. All was going well in Raven Rock until 4E95, when an attempt on Laren's life was made without warning. Fortunately, the attack was unsuccessful thanks to the prowess of the Redoran Guard. Under questioning by Captain Monin Veleth, the assassin was revealed to be Valar Ullin of House Hlaalu. House Hlaalu had been at odds with House Redoran for years following their removal from the Council of Great Houses. The Hlaalu believed that House Redoran was instrumental in this reorganization and have held a grudge ever since. Their attempt on Laren's life was meant to send a message to the Council that House Redoran was not as mighty as they purported to be, and that they were truly vulnerable and weak. The Redoran Guard investigated further and discovered that Vilar had been organizing a coup in Raven Rock in an attempt to fully wrest control of the island from Laren's grasp. Vilar and his conspirators were executed, and the coup was quelled. Several recent events have served to solidify the Dunmer people's respect for Laren Morven. In 4E130, the bulwark began to show its age and threatened to crumble. The councillor elected to use the bulk of his personal fortune to have it repaired. In 4E150, a small force of Argonians landed on Solstheim with the intent of wreaking havoc on the island, and Councillor Morvain led the charge against them personally. And in 4E170, when the ebony mine finally began to dry up, he drained the remainder of his coffers, keeping his people fed. By 4E181, the mine's ebony veins were completely exhausted. Laren ordered the mine to be shut down, and Raven Rock turned to hunting and fishing for its trade. A few Dunmer families departed Solstheim and returned to the mainland, but most stayed behind. At present, Laren Morvain is still the ruler of Raven Rock. The Redoran Guard continues to maintain order within the town and the surrounding area, keeping Raven Rock's residents safe and in line. If even so much of a rumor of dissent reaches Laren's ears, he has it quashed immediately. He is well aware that there may be a few Hlaalu loyalists still present among her population that would like to see him dead. The future may appear bleak for Raven Rock, but the spirit of its inhabitants will never be broken.
To be warm again. God, you're beautiful. Oh, wait. I mean, what do you need?
Frozen? Was it here that the priestesses from that story told me?
And, of course you're going to be asking me about it and wanting all the dirty details. For once, couldn't you just pretend you don't want to know?
No. Could I? Yes. Am I going to? No. Spill it, or my imagination will fill it in.
Yes, it was here. Yes, it was uncomfortable. Yes, I'm thrilled to have shared yet another exhilarating and embarrassing moment of my past with you.
Thank you.
Now, can we please just talk about something other than frostbite?
Okay.
Or me bollocks, for that matter. Just thinking about it makes him want to shrivel back up inside me. Oh.
I'm sorry you were uncomfortable. Thanks for watching. Wishing you found family, creative hobbies, a hot bath after a long day, and food you love as much as Saleya loves apple pies.